These are the 6 most controversial paintings in human history. At first glance, they might just look like boring museum art, but look closer. We are talking about exposed affairs, corrupt million-dollar deals, and literal crime scenes. Today, we are ripping the mask off history's most elite circles to expose the greed, betrayals, and tragedies they desperately tried to hide on canvas. Grab your popcorn because this gets dark fast. Let's look at the evidence. Welcome to 1858. On the surface, this looks like a rich Victorian family just hanging out in their luxury living room. But there is something wrong. That tiny, crumpled piece of paper is a secret love letter. The husband just intercepted it, and in a single second, his entire life is destroyed. Look at his face. He is completely dead inside, trapped in pure shock. But look at the wife. She hasn't just fallen. She has completely collapsed into the carpet in absolute weeping humiliation. Her secret midnight affair is officially exposed. The kids, they are building a house of cards, and it is literally collapsing at the exact same second their parents' marriage collapses. When this dropped in London, high society was furious. They hated seeing their toxic secrets painted out in the open. If you thought modern dating was toxic, wait until you see how the 1% did it in 1743. This isn't a romantic engagement. This is a hostile corporate takeover disguised as a wedding. We've got 2 rich dads at the table. The broke nobleman on the left is trading his royal family title to the wealthy merchant on the right for a massive pile of gold. They are literally selling their kids for clout and cash. And the couple, absolute disaster. The groom is a total narcissist. He has his back turned completely away from his crying bride just so he can admire his own reflection in a pocket mirror. Major red flag. Meanwhile, the miserable bride is already being smooth-talked by a shady lawyer whispering in her ear. Hogarth even painted 2 dogs chained together on the floor to symbolize how trapped these 2 are. This painting was a massive middle finger to the greedy elite. But what happens when the person being sold actually has a true love watching from the shadows? Enter The Unequal Marriage from 1862. This one hurts to look at. Just look at the bride. She is a teenager, pale as a ghost, puffy eyes, completely heartbroken. She is being forced to marry this wealthy, wrinkled old official who is looking at her with the most arrogant, chilling smirk you've ever seen. It's not a wedding. It feels like an execution of her soul. But here is the ultimate plot twist. Look at the guy hiding in the dark corner on the right, arms crossed, glaring at the groom with pure, unfiltered hatred. That's the painter himself, Vasili Pukirev. Legend says this painting is based on a true story. His own best friend's fiancée was stolen away by a rich old man. Vasili painted this to publicly humiliate the groom and the corrupt society that allowed it. It caused such a massive scandal that rich old men literally started canceling their forced weddings out of shame. But if you think a stolen bride is dark, you are not ready for what happens when a mind completely breaks inside a golden cage. She isn't smiling, she is just snapped out of a trance. In this exact second, she realizes her luxurious life is actually a toxic golden cage. The panic on her face is so raw it gives me chills. And the guy, he's totally clueless. Look at his smug little smile. He thinks he owns her. But the painter hid some dark metaphors to prove she is trapped. Down here on the floor, there is a cat violently playing with a bird that has a broken wing. Over here, the yarn is completely unraveled and tangled, just like her life. When Victorian high society saw this, they lost their minds. It was considered way too scandalous because it put a giant spotlight on the dirty secrets of wealthy men. If that was a domestic tragedy, this next one is a historical nightmare. This is Paul Delaroche's 1833 masterpiece, and it hits incredibly hard. Meet Lady Jane Grey. She was manipulated into becoming the Queen of England when she was just a teenager. She held the crown for exactly 9 days before her political rivals threw her in the dungeon and sentenced her to death. Look at this detail. She's only 17 years old. She is completely blindfolded, wearing a glowing white dress of innocence, and she is frantically fumbling in the dark, trying to find the wooden block where her head is about to be chopped off. It's terrifying. On the left, her friends have literally passed out from the horror. On the right, the executioner is just standing there, cold and waiting. The suffocating silence in this room feels so real you can practically hear a pin drop. Prepares you for the final exhibit. This is Ivan the Terrible and his son Ivan, painted by Ilya Repin. Trigger warning, because this is pure, unfiltered madness. Look at the father's eyes. They are bulging out of his skull. It's a mix of total terror, bottomless regret, and complete mental collapse. The psychological horror in this painting is so intense that when it was displayed in museums, people would literally break down crying. In fact, it is so deeply disturbing that vandals have physically attacked and slashed this canvas multiple times in real life just to make it stop looking at them. Art isn't just boring paint on a canvas. It is the most raw, brutal, and honest documentation of human drama we have ever had. From forced marriages and corrupt deals to absolute madness, these painters were the true whistleblowers of history. Which one of these dark secrets shocked you the most? Drop your vote in the comments below. If you want to dive down another historical rabbit hole, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. I'll see you in the next one.